Hi everyone, it's Ollie here. This video is an introduction to the sharing of permissions model in the Count platform. The goal of the model is to make it really easy for you to share and collaborate on your work with your colleagues, but also give you the fine-grained controls you need to manage access across your whole company and make sure work is always safe. So let's dive in. You can manage permissions at three different levels in the Count platform. Firstly, you can manage permissions of an individual canvas and share them with individuals. You can set permissions at a project level, which means you can give access to and set roles and permissions of a whole group of canvases to an set of individuals. And you can set permissions at a workspace level, at the billable unit of the entire platform. The key rule for managing permissions in Count is that across these three levels, the most permissive role will always win. So let's first look at the canvas level permissions, because this is the way you're going to share most of your work within Count, and you can access that via the share menu on the top right corner. From here, we can set who can see this individual canvas. I can do that by adding an individual from the workspace via their name, or adding someone via their email address if we allow guests, and then I can then control their permissions to this canvas. So you can see here Jeff is a guest, which means he's not a member of the workspace, but you can see this individual canvas, and currently he can only see the report mode of this canvas, but we can make him an editor if we want to. I'm also an editor of this canvas, and the key thing to remember here is if I was a member of the project and I only set to viewer, because I'm an editor here, I have got edit access. And the reverse would be true. If I was a viewer here explicitly, but set to be an editor of any canvas in a project, then I would be an editor still. That's why this little exclamation mark remains. You can also share this individual canvas with anyone on the web who has the link. And that's what this option here does. If I share this link now, anyone with that link will be able to be a viewer of this canvas. So that's how permissions work at an individual canvas level. But as I mentioned before, you can manage groups of permissions using projects. So let's go look at that now and look at the permissions we've set for this particular project called Permissions and Sharing Project. Here's the project view right here, and here's the canvas we were just looking at. To manage permissions at a project level, we need to go to the members section of our canvas and manage access. You can see here that we've got some more permissions we can set for individuals. So I'm here as an admin of the project, which means I can control the permissions to the project and control who can see it. And you can see I've got someone here called Ollie at coolstufflimited.co.uk, and they are currently set as an editor. This means that any canvas in this project, this person will have default edit access to. But I can move that to viewer if I choose. You'll also notice that there's a way to give access to everyone in the workspace to this particular project by default. Currently, only people I explicitly add to this project can see it and see the canvases within it, because this is set to no access. If I change this to be viewer, you'll see the icon here has changed from a padlock to a little book, which shows this is a public project, and everyone in the workspace can now have view access to the project and also be viewers of any canvas in that project. Let's go and look at workspace settings now as well. So you go to settings and members. So in the members section, you can see every single person who has access to any canvas or the workspace. You can see here, for example, Jeff is here as a guest. You can also see Ollie at Cool Stuff Limited as well, and they are a member. And you can see me as an owner. Owners are really special. Owners have complete visibility of every single project and every single canvas in the workspace and have edit access to it. So that overrides all other permissions you set within the project or canvases. When you're a member, that means that you have your permissions level for an individual project or canvas is defined by that project or canvas. So Ollie can be an editor or a viewer depending on the permissions set in the projects and canvases that they have access to. So that's a very quick overview of how permissions works in Count. As I said, three levels: canvas, project, and workspace. Canvas and project allow you to control editor or viewer permissions, and workspace, if you're an owner, gives you an override. But the key thing to remember is that if you're an editor somewhere in this chain, you're an editor across, even if you're a viewer somewhere else. For more detail on this, please check out our documentation, which goes into even more detail on this and shows all the different permissions that you can set. But hopefully that's a helpful overview. Thanks.